Hi everyone, so I'm back to filming again, just a little short IGTV/YouTube video for you. Starting this one a little bit different today. As you can see, I've got my full face on. If you want to know any details of what I've got on my face at the moment, just leave me a comment below and I'll let you know. So the main aim of this video, the reason I've started with a full face, is because I'm doing a powder versus liquid highlighter for you. So I own a few liquid and quite a few powder as well. So powder is generally my go-to staple for everyday looks. Liquid is generally the ones that I use for a more of a pop of a highlight, so it's a more intense highlight. And you guys voted over on my Instagram that you wanted to see a video with this. Okay, so to start out, I've just done a normal base, so my normal foundation and normal eye that I would do, and I haven't used an illuminating setting spray. So my two favourite illuminating setting sprays are the iconic Prep Set and Glow, which is a new favourite of mine that I've just found and I love it. It's such a good product. And then the Glowsetter Setting Spray. I love that as well, but the bottle can get a bit like tacky, so it can get caught, so the spray mechanism isn't the best. But today I've just done a flat kind of setting spray, so I've actually used the Nip and Fab Party Proof, so that it's got no other shimmering, as you can see, to intensify, just in case I got more on one side than the other, etc. So that's why I have used a flat setting spray. So I'm going to show you two looks for each side. So I'm going to start out with a subtle glow, and then I'm going to go intense glow. So I'm going to do the liquid on my left here and the powder on my right here. So the two liquid products that I'm going to be using today, one is the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. So this is what I'm going to use, what I would call for a more subtle glow. And then the next product for an intense glow is the iconic London Illuminator. So this is going to be like my blinding glow. So the one that I'm going to use for the powder subtle glow is the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. So that's that shade there. So very similar to, or it's actually exact same shade as the liquid. And for the intense glow on the powder side, you may be surprised, it's a bit damaged. I've had it for ages, probably longer than I would like to admit. It's the Revolution Pro Illuminate Powder. So you'll see why when I put this on, why I'm using this for the blinding highlight. So I'm going to get straight into it and show you my liquid versus powder highlight. Okay, so to start off with the liquid side here, so I'm going to use the Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, as I said. So this one comes with like a little doe foot applicator, which I really like. It kind of contours against the cheekbone, etc. The only thing I will say with liquid highlight is that it's really hard to get a precise application on the brow bone. So I haven't got anything on my brow bone at all on either side at the moment. I think this one just looks like it has because the light's hitting it weirdly. So I'm just going to show you there's nothing on there at all on either side. So I literally go from the top here down over like this, so you can see that on there. So you can blend this in two ways. So you can either use your finger or you can use a sponge. So I use the Miracle Complexion Sponge by Real Techniques. So first off, let me get my mirror. First off, I go in with my fingers and pat that through. This leaves it quite nicely finished, and it does give it a subtle glow. And the really good thing about this product is that you can layer it up. So if you want a little bit more, you can pop a little bit more on, which I'm going to do just to show you, particularly in that area. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit on the back of my hand. I'll show you why in a second. So that is just on the high point there. So that is the subtle glow on the liquid on the cheek. The reason I put some on my hand is this is how I would go and pop it on to my brow bone. So this is going to be really hard to show you because I need to focus on it. So that is it on the brow bone there. So it's really hard to get kind of a good blend on the brow bones, and I'll explain why I use different products for different areas after this being one of them. So that is your subtle glow, and you can see it's just giving it kind of like a shimmer. So this is really nice product for anyone that doesn't like that pow in their highlight. I love this on holiday. So this on holiday, with just like a normal bronzing powder and this, and that is all I use half the time. Lick of mascara, and that is it, off, done, ready to go. I'm gonna do this side of the Cupid's bow. This is gonna be so hard to split my face in half. So I'm just gonna pop that on there so you can see, and then I'm gonna use a different finger just to pat it through. That is it on this side here. So you can see a slight difference in that. And I'm just gonna do half of my nose as well, just so you can see that. And I do love it. This is a really nice product to do for every day. So the subtle on the right hand side for the powder. So the reason that I'm using the Becca Cosmetics one is because I find that it doesn't come up as pigmented as a few of my other highlighters that I've got, but it is pigmented, so don't be fooled that it's not pigmented. It is pigmented. So I'm going to start with my brow this time. So I'm literally going to go one swipe and it's picked up a lot of product. Tap that off. And I always start from the middle going outwards. Okay, so that is it on the brow bone. So you can definitely see it there, but it's not like pow. And I do like a power highlight. So I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm going to do the top of my Cupid's bow. This is so much easier to apply in the small areas of powder. So as you can see, that has really made a difference to this side as well. I find that the powder, it just glides on better in the Cupid's bow area. So just a little sneak peek before the end. Powder is my go-to for Cupid's bow. So I'm just going in, picking up some product, and you can see that it does pick it up. And I'm going in and I'm just going across my cheekbone here. So this is where you're going to see it definitely has a highlight, and it's really nice highlight. And this is why it is one of my favorites. So you can see that there. It's just such a nice color, and I love to add it just on my collarbones as well. It makes such a nice difference, both with liquid and powder. Okay, so that is the subtle highlight on each side. So comparing the subtle highlight, subtle wise, I think if you want something really natural, the liquid highlight is the best thing for you. And then what I would say is a subtle in a powder. This has got kind of a little bit more of a shine, as you can see. So it depends which one you like. I'm going to then come and show you the difference in the liquid and the powder in what I would call a blinding highlight. So going in with the liquid first, the iconic London Illuminator. So I'm just going to show you the consistency there. Like, you can see the pigment. It's just such highly pigmented product. I'm going to literally put I'm going to do one drop because I've made this mistake before. So one drop on my hand there, as you can see. I will do like a swatch of one on my arm just so that you can see the pigment after. So I go in with my two fingers, so what I would call my ring finger and the middle finger. I just pat it through on my hand, so you'll see I'm just pushing it through. Because this is a blinding highlight, the last thing you want is going bam straight in with it. So ready? I'm going to go in here. Okay, so that is one sheer coat, and I just love that. Look at that glow. Oh, I love it. I am going to go in with a second because, like I said, I'm going to show you how you can layer it up as well. And there you have it. So that is, I'm just trying to show it to you. So that is the iconic London Illuminator. So I do take mine quite far down towards the middle of my face. I think it's just because I love that kind of hit just here under the eye as well. And it just looks so nice. And some people pop it over on their forehead, just to show you. As you can see, I'm gonna go and try and pop this on my Cupid's bow to show you. And there you go. So that is a blinding highlight. I'm just gonna pop that just in there. So as you can see, it's a little bit tricky to get a really even blend on the brow bone, but I love that highlight along my cheek. Just look at that. Let's go in with what I would call a blinding on the powder highlight. So going in with the Revolution Pro Illuminate, I use this quite a bit. I love this product. I've not hit pan on it yet, but I've had this so long. It says on the back 12 months. I've had it longer than that. And I don't even mind admitting that because it's such a good product. So I'm going in with the same brush. I have cleaned it and going along the brow bone. Okay, so that is it on the brow bone. You can really see that pop on the brow bone. I love this product on my brow bone. I'm going to do the Cupid's bow as well, just so that you can see that. So can you see this side compared to this side on Cupid's bow? This is why I love powder for my Cupid's bow. I'm going in with the same brush. I have just given it a buff off. And I'm just swirling it around in the pan so you can see that it's picked up quite a bit of product. And I'm going in where I went with the Becca. And there you go. So that's what I would call a blinding powder. I know this is layered on top of another highlight, but this on its own is amazing as well. I just think, look at that. I just love that. Okay, so let's compare sides. So this is the liquid, and then this is the powder. So with regards to my favourites, like I said a bit before in the beginning of the video, I have different favourites for different parts of my face. So for my Cupid's bow, you can see with the results, my favourite for Cupid's bow is powder. The powder just sits perfectly, it blends seamlessly. I love powder on my Cupid's bow. It's just without fail, I would always put powder on my Cupid's bow. Over to eyes. Eyes, I like either on my eyes, so I'm not opposed. It depends what I'm using on my cheek. I generally put powder on my brow bone purely because it's so much easier to blend. But I love the finish of a liquid on the brow bone as well, so it's so hard to decide. So this is kind of the one where I'm tied what I like more. With the cheeks, I think at the moment, like I said, it depends what I'm after. I just love, I forgot to pop some powder on my forehead there. At the moment, I am in love with liquid highlight on my cheek. I love it. It's just, it blends really well. And I think it's the pinky colour in it as well. So they come out, they have like a few different colours. The pinky colour in it suits my skin tone perfectly. It blends amazing with my foundation. It doesn't attract to certain areas like some liquid highlights can do. The Becca, I love this Becca liquid highlight. I use this a lot when I'm on holiday, hence you can see it's nearly empty. But the powder on this side as well, it does pop. So it has just as good a finish. The only thing that I will say is when I put some powders on top of certain foundations, it can grab. So you might see here, it's starting to grab slightly just in my crease. And this one hasn't started grabbing yet. It's such a hard one, but yeah, I think liquid at the moment, even when I smile it just pops. But then this side does as well, so it is a catch-22. It depends what you guys like. But I wanted to show you the versatility of both of them against each other. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like or the subscribe button over on my YouTube. It'd be amazing if you could follow me on my Instagram as well. I'll leave them both below. And let me know in the comments which one you prefer and which ones are your favourite of each. So let me know your favourite liquid highlight, let me know your favourite powder highlight, let me know any of your favourites because I'm always trying new products.